Hey, what's up, guys? So I wanted to make this video on Street Fighter 6, talking about the state of the game, and I just saw the Rashid trailer. Obviously, I'm sure everyone did. It came out yesterday, and honestly, I really don't like the direction that this game is heading in. And then Capcom announced that they're changing the input of the Drive Rush cancel, and I've been playing this game for a while. I have like 13 or 14 characters Diamond right now. I don't have anyone Master because I haven't begun that grind because I'm trying to get everyone to Diamond first, and then maybe I'll do Master. It just takes so long, I just kind of don't care. But just gonna kind of show you I'm not really fucking fraud. Here are my characters. So I have Kimberly Diamond, I have Manon Diamond, Jamie's going to be Diamond. I can do that, I just don't like him, really. I have Luke Diamond, I have Marissa. I haven't done JP or Lily. Oh, sorry, I did do Lily. My Lily's not that great. I have Shuri Diamond. I have Honda Diamond. I have Ryu. I have Cammy. I have DJ. I have Blanca. I have Guile. I have Ken. I almost have Chun-Li. And yeah, these two. Yeah, not doing it. So I have a bunch of characters Diamond. So that's really all I'm going to show there. And what I want to look at is this reveal trailer. And honestly, this is kind of bullshit. And I'm going to go over kind of why I think it is and the problem with this. So, before I start the video, I think that Rashid looks very powerful, which is fine, which is okay. I'm not saying don't make him good, don't make him great. But it looks like he inherently doesn't really have any kind of weaknesses or anything that looks like could be a problem for him. And this would be fine if they didn't do something like don't give Zangief a way to cover cross-ups or nerf Kim to the absolute ground and give her no reversal. You give characters like Lily and Sim like no options in certain situations if you're then going to turn around and make this first character OP as shit. And that's kind of the problem that I have right now with this is I'm fine with him being great. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, make Rashid cool. Like, I get it. People enjoy Rashid. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's just like clearly that it's going to be a an online transaction of just money making decision, and that's what this really is. And so let's go over it and let's kind of look at the stuff. So this first thing that they go over, it's just like, okay, this is like his. I don't really remember Sheed too much from Street Fighter V, and the difference is obviously spinning mixer, the basic moves. I stopped playing Street Fighter V like season 1 or 2, so I'm not a huge Street Fighter V fan. I really hated that game, but they're just saying like Whirlwind, you can hit confirm into it, and if someone's cornered. So you get the medium punch version to the EX version. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright, so we got something great tool there, right? Like, okay, with the heavy version, it will go straight up. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. Anti-air, no big deal. I'm fine. Now it covers cross-ups. So you're basically right here just telling us this is probably the best anti-air in the game, realistically. We don't know. But realistically, you're saying, hey guys, this anti-air is really good. And it's like, okay, that's fair. Fine, you give him a great anti-air. Work with that. Then you're like, alright, he has a reversal. Also, fine. Pretty fair. He's got a reversal. Most characters do. So right now we're looking at this and we're saying, okay, so you can cover cross-ups and you have a reversal. Guess what? Probably not a low tier character. He doesn't look like he's limited there. So, which is completely fair. That is fine. I'm not really okay. Then you got this move, his little kick move thing. Also fair. Looks kind of like a Blanca Ball headbutt. Can probably perfect parry. No biggie. Also kind of on board with it. But look at this shit. I'm sorry, it's not here. It's coming up. Does his kick. And then this shit right here. So look at the block stun on Luke. Okay. He's still in block stun. He's still recovering. Now he's there. That looks pretty fucking safe to me. There is no way you have a normal in this range that's going to stop that. It's just not, you're not going to maybe Blanca ball back or something? Maybe? Maybe a Lily dash thing? I don't know, but it doesn't look like he's punishable. So, okay. Now we're getting on to the verge of, alright, so let's recap again. A anti-air that covers cross-ups. Okay. We got a reversal that's, he's got a nice reversal. Who knows, it could be 6 frames, 7, 8, 9, whatever it is. Most reversals in this game are 6 frames. So it's probably a 6-frame reversal. Cammy's is 6 frames, Ryu's is 6 frames, Ken is 6 frames. I think Kim's was 6 frames until they made it whatever non-invincible. Okay, so the startup speed was depending on the shit the button, be used, be careful, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so this is just going over some moves stuff. Nothing crazy. And then this is something too. Okay, so the startup speed was depending on the strength of the move. And you're like, okay, whatever. Now the overdrive version is stupid. No, I mean, not stupid, but it's strong. So this is another tool that he gets. So he gets, like Cammy, where she does like EX Spiral Arrow or EX Cannon Spike, whatever it is, get out of corner, and then you can extend your combo. So if he's in a situation in a corner, kind of like Ken, where he does the target combo thing, and then he side switches, and then you're out of the corner. Once again, all of these tools are fine, but it's looking like you're stacking up his options. And so far, not seeing anything where they're like, but be careful in this description that they have outlined here at the bottom. Very little of the text is like, oh, if you do this, watch out, you might be punished hard. Everything is like, oh, don't worry, you can do this too. You also get a side switch on hit, so it's your go-to move when you need a way out. And it's like, okay, cool. So another great tool, like another +1 thing to make him look very good. And you're like, okay. You know, and you kind of like, as you watch this video, you kind of get the idea. It's like, okay, so now you get to charge projectiles. Okay, so let's look at the projectile characters. Okay, Ryu has to do a move, stand there, down, down, punch, charge up his thing to do his projectile, right? So he has to give up a command where he is very open and vulnerable for, and he can only use it once on any next move that he does, whether he does the Denjin charge move, whether he does the super, whether he does super 2, or whether he does a Hadoken. So you don't get to choose when it's going to have that effect. Okay, so now it's kind of like DJ. Think about DJ top tier. So he can feint the projectiles, or he could do the 2, or he can do the 1. And it's meterless. So now this is meterless, and it's not eating a resource, and he gets to charge. He has the choice to charge up this projectile, which, okay, once again, maybe not broken, but when you add the little thing now, look at this. Guarantee you, even without his super 2 or whatever we'll go over in a minute, guarantee you he gets a juggle, and I guarantee you he can combo into some super after this. Just guarantee it. Because look at the hit stun that he gets on the airborne opponent. Like, it adds to 100% a juggle state. If they're in the corner or mid-screen, you can do the EX thing. Guarantee you. Okay, so whatever button you go for, holding it down will increase both the number of hits and the damage for the shot. Once you've got Whirl swirling around your feet, your powered up Whirlwind is good to go. Alright, so they're just explaining the mechanic. And then don't miss your chance to follow it up if it hits. So what does this remind you of? Right? Ah, okay. So charge the OD. That's very similar to Ken doing Fireball to Drive Rush to confirm. It's just another tool that a top character has. Like, and you can combo into it, and you can side switch if you want. Like, there's so... And then it's like, if you're in a projectile war... Well, look at this. Then he has another thing. Then he has something to go through projectiles. Let me get to it. I don't remember where it is. But he has something where it's like a Manon move. where he can like kind of dash through something. Like, there's like a moving overhead now. Like, what? That's insane. So here we go. Distance doesn't mean a thing with the wind on your side. So it's like, doesn't matter where you are. Chase after a launched opponent, unload a combo, and then from this, and you're bound to make some highlight reel. So it's like, it doesn't matter where you are, you can do something. It is basically what that really means in translation. And next we have Rolling Assault. This one's perfect. Okay, so this is what I mean. You slip under projectiles. So you have something to go under projectiles. And then look, you get to pressure after it, guys, and I bet you can't react to it. And then you get to go in and do whatever it is, too. Okay, and then he has Nail Assault. So then he has the overhead thing, he has the low thing, which probably juggles. He has this move, the cross. Like, look at the... It looks like he's a Marvel character, okay? And then this one... Oof. And then the tornado thing. Yep, okay. Look at this. Alright, I want to get to the other part before the video. Okay. This is the shit that really set me from all the other things. And I was like, what? Like, this double jumps? We're not playing Marvel. Perform a spinning kick in midair that creates an air current that you can then use to perform a midair jump. Like, what? I get an air current in the... What are we playing? What are we playing? This is not even like jump cancelable normals anymore. This isn't I have a wall jump. This is I get to manipulate my jump in like mid-air. What is this? Captain America and Marvel 3? Like, what is this? Look at this crap. Like, he just had like 3 jumps and like, I don't get how people think this is amazing. Like, what is this? Oh, I do a little jump, then I gotta hop. Everybody's gonna get hit by dumb shit. Like, everybody is gonna get hit by dumb shit. You're the best player, you're the worst player. You're getting hit by that dumb shit. Period. And then he gets a what is this? Like, it just looks so goofy. So it's like, okay, so let's recap again. So you have an anti-air that covers cross-ups. You have an invincible reversal. You have a move that gets you out of the corner. You have multiple moves and options to get you around projectiles. You have a full screen dash kick move that looks very safe on block. And you have a mid-air jump move that you can manipulate your jump twice. Like, what the... And then meanwhile, like I said, Geef can't even just anti-air. And Kim doesn't even have a reversal. And Sim is just standing there like, I don't know. And like, this is the shit about Street Fighter right now that really gets me. Is I feel like they really did great at the launch, but now they're going to start throwing in the gimmick shit and throwing in characters like this, where it's just like so much better than the rest the base roster. And that's what we saw when we did Street Fighter 5 Season 1. So if we look at Street Fighter 5 Season 1 DLC, I don't remember all the characters off of the rip. I think it was like Balrog. Okay. So this character season pass, Alex was a dud. He was a dud. But Guile, Ibuki, Balrog, Urien, 4 out of these 6 characters, Yuri was butt and Alex was butt. But 4 out of these 6 characters were very good when they launched. We were very strong. Urien with the EX tackle, with the EX headbutt was really strong early on. His Aegis reflector was so good. Ibuki's bomb mix-ups, like, so good. And I feel like they're repeating themselves here. They're going to make these super strong DLC characters, so everybody buys them because you have to use them to win. Doesn't matter if they offset the balance in the flow of the game. They don't care. And like, that's the problem with fighting games now. And that's kind of why I just don't care about this. I'm starting to just not care about this game as much because I feel like they're just putting all logic out the window. And then there's this move, like, look at this description right here. like the next thing. It's like everything that they're saying in this text is if you mess up, don't worry. Don't worry if you're full screen. You can do this, and it's just like, okay, but what's the downside to this? Like, what is this character's weakness? Like, what do I have to worry about? You know, like when I'm defending, something like that. Like, oh, if you don't worry, you can go this way, or don't worry, you can just flip and do that. And it's just like, okay, if you want to make him super strong on offense, okay, fine. But give him no reversal or something. Like, make him have a downside. You can't go wrong with this as an anti-air move. But using it as a counterattack is fine. Land a clean hit, score more damage, and let him know. So now you're going to tell us, too, that his Super 1 is now a reversal, too. So you give him basically everything. Now you're going to say, oh, then on top of that, you can put out this whirlwind and force people to block, creating a super that's basically like Zhuri and JP, where you just have to sit there, friggin' block, for just because. And like his tools they just seem so good. Like really good, and just you just have to sit there and deal with it, is what this character looks like. It's just, and like I said, I'm okay with him being strong. I'm okay with him having this super. I'm okay with him having the really good anti-air thing. But why don't you, I don't know, maybe remove his reversal. Maybe remove that kick move and make that very negative on block. You know, the one where he goes like full screen. Give him something that he has to think about when he's being played. Like, give people something to worry about when give a downside to using the character. Like, if I use Guile, the downside is I gotta, even though he's top tier, I gotta hold charge and I have to learn the execution to do the standing leg kick to the flash kick or something like that. Like I have to, there's a downside to that. Or, you know, if I play Ken, I'm not mix-up heavy. You know, I have really good buttons and I have really good corner carry like that, but I'm not like mixing you up. Or, you know, like make a character have a downside. Like, okay, if I play DJ, all right, you have the best drive reversal or drivers in the game. All right, but I'm not really good at converting low attacks, so you can mostly stand block DJ, or you know, things like that. Like, make him have some kind of weakness, and I'm just not seeing, based on this, any form of thing that makes me think, oh well, this is a downside. And I'm just worried about this game taking that direction of, okay, here's another broken character, and then they last for 3-4 months, whatever the time is, and then we gotta nerf them, and then the next big character is gonna be strong, and it's just, it's very exhausting, and it's not fun. Because why not make a character very good? Maybe make them better than the cast, fine, but make them have some form of downside. Make people look at that and be like, oh, this might not be my kind of character because I don't like this weakness, as opposed to, no, every single person is just going to play this character and it's going to be an army of Rashids because this shit is stupid. And I hope people understand this, that, yeah, it's fun, it'll be cool, but it's also stupid because part of what makes a game fun is picking characters that suit your playstyle and suit who you are as a person, and it's reflected within your character, and you have an attachment to a character, and that's what's cool about games. And when you have games where, well, everyone's using the best thing, it's because it's so good, then it's just, what do you, at that point you're not even playing the game anymore. You're just playing the character, and that's stupid.